Good evening and welcome to another edition of the AGP Sportscast. I'm Samuel Gillis with your August 28 sports stories. Thanks for joining us. We start with some good cricket news. Guyanese right-arm fast-medium bowler Kemo Paul is set to replace fast bowler Miguel Cummins in the final test of the India series in Jamaica. Stanford Howard reports.
All-rounder Kemo Paul has recovered from an ankle injury and is available for selection. He replaces fast bowler Miguel Cummins. Wicketkeeper Jamal Hamilton will remain with the squad, while Shane Durridge has returned to Barbados to continue his rehabilitation after being ruled out of the series with an ankle injury. Cricket West Indies Interim Selection Committee today named the 13-member squad for the second test match against India at Sabina Park, Jamaica. The match starts on Friday, August 30th, and is part of the My Team 11 series. The second test match in the series marks the start of the ICC World Test Championship and aims to find the best team in the world. West Indies has the chance not only to win the second test to draw the series, but also the opportunity to claim 60 points for a win, or to claim their first points in the World Test Championship. In this series, each team can earn 60 points for a win, or 20 points for a draw, and this is the first of the 6 test series which West Indies will play. The full squad reads: Jason Holder captain, Craig Brathwaite, Darren Bravo, Shamar Brooks, John Campbell, Ruston Chase, Rakeem Cornwall, Jamal Hamilton, Shannon Gabriel, Shamran Hetmaya, Shai Hope, Kemo Paul, and Kimar Roach. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
In football news, the Guyana Football Federation has successfully completed its extraordinary congress, at which the audit report was presented. Jana Samuels with the details.
The Congress, which was held last Saturday at the National Sports Resource Center, saw the circulation and scrutiny by members of an unqualified audited financial report in accordance with the constitutional timeline, which is one of the responsibilities of the Congress. The Guyana Football Federation Executive Committee is committed to transparency and good governance, but thus in keeping with the Constitution, each member of the GFF was given the opportunity to honor their constitutional responsibility and obligation to scrutinize the audited financial report and raise their concerns at the Congress, said GFF's President Wayne Ford in an invited comment. The audited financial report will be published on the GFF's website and shared with sponsors, partners, the government of Guyana, and key stakeholders. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
Continuing in football, the final 16 teams have been confirmed for inaugural 592 Street Kings Street Ball. Sparta Boss and Goal is Money are among the main contenders. Stanford Howard with more.
The tournament, which is being sponsored by Anthony McCall's 592 Lager Beer brand, will see some well-established teams inclusive of Albistown B, Tiger Bay, Goal is Money, and Sparta Boss take on younger street ballers outfits such as LA Ballers, Future Stars, John Street, Avocado Ballers across 3 nights of highly anticipated action. The venues which has been confirmed thus far are the Berlin Tarmac, Drydale, and High Street, while the second night will be played at the Burnham Court on Carmichael and Middle Street. The final venue will be announced following the first 2 match days, September 7th, 14th, and 21st. We'll see the teams clash in a straight knockout competition with 8 games on night 1. The 8 winners will advance to the quarterfinals on night 2. The winners of the quarterfinals will then advance to the semifinals, which will be played on the same night, while the losers will be eligible for the 592 Shield section. The 592 Street Kings of 2019 will pocket $300,000, while the runners-up will collect $150,000. The third-place finishers will grab $100,000, while 4th place will receive $75,000. And the winner of the 592 Shield section will collect $50,000 Guyana dollars. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
Puran Brothers set to clean up at golf tournament. Puran Brothers Inc. inaugural golf tournament is set for Saturday the 31st of August at 12:30 p.m. and promises to be a magnificent event. As all eyes and support of the company will be on new LGC member Satish Puran, director of the Top Mix Cement Division, as he plays in his first ever tournament. This week's tournament will feature players of every category, as trophies will be awarded to the top 2 players in 3 categories, 0 to 10, 11 to 19, and 20 to 36, along with prizes for longest drive and nearest to the pin. Satish Puran described his excitement as a new golfer, stating, "The experience of making a great shot is unparalleled to almost any other feeling in the world." In cricket, one day too many, early game finishes points to new possibilities for Test cricket. Here is that story.
Test matches are being played all around the globe at this time, but matches are not enduring the stipulated 5 days. The England and Australia match at Headingley and the West Indies and India match played in Antigua didn't need the scheduled 5th day, and the game that actually went into the 5th day was the shortest of the 3 in terms of playing time. Only 275.4 overs were bowled in the Colombo Test between Sri Lanka and New Zealand. The Antigua Test was the longest of the 3, but even that lasted only 310.2 overs, less than 4 full days of cricket. So, even as the bosses of the game move 4-day tests to make the longest version of the game more compact, the format itself seems to be shrinking organically. There have been 67 5-day tests since the beginning of 2018, and 40 of them are finished within 4 days or sooner. In 2019 alone, 13 out of 19 5-day tests are finished within 4 days. The World Test Championship ahead is going to add its own impetus to the push for decisive results in Test cricket in the future. It's likely that before long, the bosses will see the benefit in 4-day tests that allows them to play the required 6 series in a shorter time. Test cricket could well shrink to 4 days. For GP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
And finally, in tennis, at the U.S. Open, 2-time U.S. Open champion Venus Williams bows out of the 2019 tournament in the second round to world number 5 Elena Slitsavona in straight sets after a stellar first-round performance on Monday. The match, which took about an hour, saw the former world number 1 struggle on the court, losing the first set 6-4 and the second in similar fashion. Williams produced 7 double faults in the match, only winning 65% of her first serve while winning 6 service games. Younger sister Serena Williams will be in action later on Wednesday evening when she faces fellow American Cathy McNally. And that concludes our sportscast for this evening. But do remember, success is not an happening, it is a result. There is nothing mysterious about progressing. It is doing instead of doubting and working instead of wishing.